Welcome to Introduction to Life Coaching. This intro course is being run by Cultivate Coaching, which is part of the Baptist Association of the New South Wales and ACT. Coaching is one of the association's strategic commitments as part of our Gen 1K vision, which is to see our movement grow to 1,000 healthy churches over the next generation. As a movement, we know that healthy churches are directly related to healthy leaders. We also know that a consistent characteristic of healthy leaders is ongoing connection and interaction with a supervisor, mentor, or coach. It is our hope that this introduction to life coaching will give you a better understanding of the process of coaching. It won't make you a coach or provide you with any formal accreditation for coaching, but we do hope that this introductory course will open up the potential for coaching in your life and how you might potentially impact the lives of others. Ultimately, this introduction to life coaching is the first of several coaching building blocks towards being a coach and developing the skills, insights and mindset of a coach. Following on from this introduction course, Introduction to Life Coaching is our Foundations for Life Coaching, which is a 2-day course. And you need to complete the Introduction to Life Coaching before you can do the Foundations. In the near future, there'll be a Cert 4 course in coaching that will build on the Introduction and Foundations to Life Coaching. We're so excited to see you take this first step into coaching with us. Completing this Introduction to Life Coaching course allows you to join our alumni and coaching network for ongoing support and input. So we really hope that you enjoy the next few hours of input, reflection and learning. And we look forward to seeing you at one of the foundation courses in the near future. So what is coaching? Well, that's an important question, and the answer will help us understand the differences between other forms of external assistance like mentoring or counselling, but more on these later. Coaching is about helping you succeed at the things God has called you to do. Coaching is about coming alongside someone and drawing out what already exists, rather than imparting some knowledge or teaching or sharing out of past or previous personal experience. Coaching will help you take responsibility for your life and the changes you need to make so that you can become all that God wants you to be and intentionally pursue your God-given destiny. Learning to coach is learning and acquiring a new set of skills and a new mindset that is others-focused, that will help and push others to think, to stretch themselves, to be responsible for their life choices and take positive steps towards their God-given future, and then keep them accountable for the choices and the steps that they take. Research tells us that there is a 25% likelihood of success when we make a decision to do something. A 40% likelihood of success if we decide when this should happen. A 50% likelihood of success if we develop a plan to make this happen. 65% likelihood of success if we tell someone about the decision and plan. But a 95% likelihood percentage of success if we make ourselves accountable to someone for the decision and the plan that we have made. Accountability is an essential part of the coaching paradigm. In short, coaching is about coming alongside another person and drawing out what God has already placed within them. Coaching is helping another person discover their God-given potential, not telling them what to do, but helping them discover for themselves what they are called to do and how they can take steps to see that become a reality in their own lives. I'm going to ask you to stop the video and respond to the following questions. Firstly, from what you have heard so far, take a moment to write out a brief definition of what you understand coaching to be in the space provided. Once you've done that, submit your statement, which will take you to the next section, which is on the biblical definition of coaching. Welcome back. If you wrote something like, coaching is coming alongside someone and helping to draw out of their God-given potential, well, you're on the right track. Let's continue. One of the first questions we're often asked concerning coaching is around its theological underpinning. Is it biblical? Or is coaching just another management tool from the business or secular world we are trying to shoehorn into the local church? For those of us engaged in coaching and who are and have been coached, well, we can strongly say that coaching is very consistent with the heart of God, and that there are many examples in the Bible that definitely fit and are consistent with the broad heading of coaching. For example, the way that Jesus engaged with people, empowered them, and sent and released them into ministry is very much a coaching model. And we can certainly find the core of coaching in Jesus' life and ministry, which is the art and practice of guiding someone from where they are to the greater fulfillment and competence they desire under God's vision for their life. This involves expanding the vision, confidence building, unlocking and developing potential abilities and character, and moving out towards that goal. And this is exactly what Jesus did. His model, which we can repeat, in fact are called to repeat, goes something like this. With the disciples, Jesus did. He said, I do it, and you watch. I do, and you help. You do it, and I watch. You do it, and raise up others. Jesus' model was self-replicating, and it calls us to partner with others, to empower them to become authentic followers of Jesus. Another core function of coaching is the art of asking powerful questions, and Jesus was particularly a master at this. Jesus consistently developed people using penetrating and powerful questions. In fact, we could say that Jesus was the master at asking questions. As followers of Jesus, we are called to release others in ministry through coming alongside, through developing their skills, through helping others grow in their maturity and obedience to God. And this is the core function of coaching. What's the difference between mentoring and coaching? When it comes to mentoring, one of the important distinctions that we need to understand and keep before us is the difference between mentoring and coaching. While similar in some ways, they are not the same. Broadly, mentoring involves the sharing or imparting of knowledge or experience with another person, and generally, we could say that mentoring is pouring into the life of another out of our own experience. There are many examples of mentoring relationships, and they all involve the sharing of knowledge and experience, and in pouring into the life of another. Some mentoring examples include the discipler. The discipler is concerned for a person's development as a follower of Christ, and they share out of their own experience of being a long-time Christ follower. The spiritual director, they are focused on the spiritual growth of a follower of Jesus, again out of their own personal journey and experience. They're often theologically trained as well. The teacher provides knowledge and has the ability to communicate it well, and the general mentor provides knowledge and experience from personal skill and expertise in specific areas. The coach, on the other hand, draws out from people the resources and information needed to help them achieve their goals. Coaching is non-directive in nature, The coach does not need experience in the specific areas in which they are coaching. The coach draws out. The mentor puts in. To summarise, mentor is mainly concerned with imparting knowledge and pouring into another from personal experience. Coaching is concerned with drawing out the information and resources they already possess to help a person achieve their goals. As we make the transition into coaching, especially if you've been a mentor in the past, or that's been your image of coming alongside of another person, there are two broad goals that an effective coach will need to keep before them at all times. We need to keep reminding ourselves as coaches that we are here to help people discover God's agenda for some part of their life or ministry. We're not telling others what their goals are. We're helping people discover God's agenda for some part of their life or ministry. And secondly, we are committed to see that agenda become a reality. We're committed to seeing their agenda become a reality. Coaching is never about the coach's goal or agenda. It is always about helping those we coach discover and clarify God's agenda for their life, and helping those we coach see that become a reality in their lives. And in order to achieve that, coaches and prospective coaches will need to make a number of shifts in their thinking and in their posture towards those they intend to coach. Coaching will need to shift from being a teller to a trainer of people, helping people get the strengths build on the strengths they already have, to draw out from others what already exists. We have to move from being a director to an encourager. Rather than telling people what to do, we need to encourage people to take responsibility and do it for themselves. And we need to move from supervisor to coach. A coach runs alongside of, encourages, and keeps people accountable. So we need to shift from a teller to a trainer, from a director to an encourager, from a supervisor to a coach. Ultimately, coaching is other-centered. It's a process that is entirely focused on the needs and the goals of the person we're coaching. The agenda is set by the person being coached. We assume that the client is naturally resourced and either has the vast majority of the answers or the ability to find them. People are more resourceful, more effective, and generally more satisfied when they find their own answers. And the coach does not have the answers. Rather, the coach has the questions, powerful, open-ended questions. And you'll hear a lot more about how to ask them and what they are as you continue on in this introduction. The coach holds the person accountable to the goals that they have set for themselves. The coach is not setting the goals. The coach is keeping another person accountable for the goals they have set for themselves. In the next video, Rob will outline the process of coaching and introduce you to the model that we use, called GROW.